car.
Damn, guys, when the sun goes down, the sun goes down. Look how dark it is already.
A little bit more to make it a winning car. Well, right now they are the control car, and the biggest complaint for Cole right now, just a little loose on entry, but it said that car is starting to come to him.
He's our reigning champion and doing some positive things early in 2024. No championship hangover, 4 consecutive top 10 finishes, comes in 3rd in the standings. So even though he hasn't won, you could say somewhat picking up where he left off. Cole Custer. Let's update the progress of some of those drivers that are driving from the rear. Last week's winner, Chandler Smith, owned the final stage at Richmond, and he's picked up 11 spots so far, right behind Allgaier, who's also driving through the field.
Yeah, all these guys are kind of clumped together. You know, you got the 81, the 7, the 9, all right there, the 8, all in a row. And the 81 actually just made a really good move on the 7, so I think his car is really solid right now. You know, obviously you got the other JGR cars running 2nd, 3rd, so you know he's probably going to be pretty good. But you see he wraps the curve super good as he thought about 3 wide, probably thought better of it. That's a good move by him.
How hard is it to be patient in that situation? We saw what Sammy Smith did. You know you got a fast car. You think you should be at the front. How do you hang on to it so you know you're there at the end?
I think it's situational awareness. To Ryan's point, Chandler was able to make a really great move, go outside, inside, get a run on Justin Allgaier, a car that we think could challenge for the win of this race, and pass him straight up. You know, I think those are the things you key off of as a driver, that you realize your car is pretty good, so I don't want to waste it. I can take my time, work up through the field methodically, and find myself in a position to win the race if I do so.
And this is a good test to see, you know, where your car's at, right? I think the 9, the 81, the 7, they're probably 3 of the best cars, you know, this weekend. You know, the other 2 cars qualified good, the junior motorsports cars. The 81's obviously been fast all year. It's a good judge of up the 00 perfectly through 3 and 4. That corner before faded up a little bit, diamond off the corner, got a straight shot at him, and now he has the 00 where he wants him. It's only a matter of time. Cole's going to let him go right here. But yeah, I mean, that's just experience, you know, Eric, and you can honestly see, if you look at the left front brake rotors of the 20 and the 00 has way more heat in his left front and the left rear, honestly, than Eric does in the 20. And you're going to see that all night. It's perfect. You can see it perfectly at night. And that just shows how hard you're pushing the brakes, how much you're using of those brakes. And as brakes gets hotter, your tire pressures are going to grow, right? So the 00 was good early. He's using a lot of brake. Eric isn't using as much brake, so it's going to let his car be a little bit better through the long run, and that's showing up.
And I think what made Eric be able to make that pass, and Ryan and I have touched on it already enough to start this race, is you look at the racetrack, we've got a bit of a black groove going on here, and as that starts to happen, you can start to have that wide entry, you can start to do that diamond and start to try and cross over guys throughout the corner, and that's exactly what Eric did. Kind of waited for his time, got 30 laps into the run, saw that lane was available, and was able to use it.
Anthony Alfredo has been really good early. And right behind him, Parker Retzloff. We talked about Jeff Burton, and he's off to a strong start in 4th. But across the board, Jordan Anderson Racing, really good so far this evening. At 31 after qualifying on the pole last week in Richmond.
Stage 1.
Serving notice again tonight they came to play. But look out, 16 has something to say about that. Allmendinger up to 7th now.
Yeah, not too long. And how guys' cars, you know, fire off good or do they fall off, all right? And you're making assessments right now. There's only 26 to go in this stage. When did my car start getting good, and when did it start going kind of south? So that's a really pivotal point in this run to figure it out as the caution comes out.
Oh.
Turn 2, Haley Deegan.
Second one of the night. 15 is Haley Deegan.
Get fired if you can.
Dawson Cram is there in the 4.
That thing doesn't look good. It's all right, Martinsville. So rip that bumper off.
Cool that left front tire.
Cool the left front tire. And we're not like it's cold enough.
Fair. Trying to find positives.
Here's what's interesting. Caution, 25 to go in the stage, and the door could be open for a little strategy, maybe somebody flipping it, as we go back and see exactly what brought out the caution here. Oof.
Yeah, hard to say whether he was getting pushed from behind or was that Poole behind Deegan, but she was pinching the 44 down onto the curb there, and obviously they all got together. It seemed like just ripped the nose off. That's really all the damage there was, but
looks like the 90 might be out of it.
You see this curb, this white and red curb on the inside. You know, that thing is like, there's a car to make a turn. You can't touch that thing. It's going to ship you off of it. So Chiefs talking to each other.
It tells you that,
hey, we're going to try to flip this. So, what do you got?
Well, guys, you see it right here, an opportunity for some of these guys to pit early and maybe change up what's going on in the race for them. Two of the cars that are going to pit right now, the number 7 of Justin Allgaier, his car is too loose. They were trying to adjust it before the race started to get ahead of the racetrack, which they felt like was going to tighten up as it went. They went a little too far. They're going to back out of that just a little bit.
LG
and
Motorsports,
the 9 of
all
Brandon
him.
Jones, who was scheduled to start on the pole but had to go to the rear, he needs more rotation. The car's not turning with the front as good as he wants to through the middle.
I talked to a lot of crew chiefs, and these guys that are calling the shots for those that started in the rear told me right around lap 35. If I had to make a pick for a lap number of when I want to flip it, this is it. They hit the sweet spot. They've got their service, and now they can play the game to get some track position at the end of stage 1. Second caution of the night. Brennan Poole, Dawson Cram, Kyle Weatherman, Haley Deegan all involved at Martinsville.
Haley Deegan.